Aoi's sobs were muffled against Naoki's shoulder. Another breakup, another night of him holding her together.
He said I was too much, that nobody could handle me.
If she knew how much I want to be the one she leans on, and more.
Naoki opened his mouth, the words he'd swallowed 100 times pressing against his teeth.
You are different, Naoki. You never leave. That's why you are my best friend.
Best friend. Right, that's all I'll ever be.
Aoi buried her face in his sleeve, never seeing the way his jaw tightened. Later, alone on a park bench, Naoki stared at the skyline, the weight of 3 years pressing down.
How many more breakups before she sees me? Or am I just her safety net forever?
The pattern was etched in stone. She'd cry, he'd comfort, and nothing would ever change. 3 years ago, in a campus cafe, Aoi spilled hot coffee right onto Naoki's textbook.
Oh no, I am so sorry. Here, let me dry it. I am Aoi. I am a total disaster.
Within a month, they'd become each other's constant, study partners, lunch dates, late-night phone calls.
Naoki, I like someone in my class. You are a guy. Tell me what to do.
I love her. I can't say it. If I don't help, she'll turn to someone else. I'll lose her.
So he coached her flirting, fashion, even wrote her first text to the guy.
If I am patient, she'll see me. She has to. This is just temporary.
We're official. Thank you, Naoki. You are my best friend, truly.
Best friend. That word stings more each time. But one day she'll realize.
That fragile hope would chain him to her side for 3 miserable years. A month later, Aoi's next relationship imploded. She called Naoki, and he came, arms full of boxes.
He said, I was too much work. No one ever stays, except you, Naoki.
Accept me. Always the exception, never the choice.
At 2 a.m., her message glowed on his screen. Can you come over? I can't sleep.
She never asks if I am tired, if I have dreams. I am just there.
The confession he typed and retyped after every breakup, saved in drafts, never sent.
You are my rock, Naoki. I don't know what I'd do without you.
You'd find another rock. That's all I am to you.
His hope curdled into something heavy. A patient, quiet fury.
How much longer can I do this? If I leave, I lose her. If I stay, I lose myself.
The cafe buzzed around them, but Aoi's voice cut through. Higher, lighter, utterly oblivious.
Naoki, there's this guy in my literature seminar. He's brilliant and funny, and I think I really like him. You have to help me. What do I say? You always know how to get me noticed.
Get her noticed. That's my role. I am the mechanic who tunes her up for someone else's ride. No more. I can't keep being her safety net while she dreams about other men. Aoi, I can't do this. Not this time. Find someone else to play matchmaker.
What? But you always help me. You are my best friend. Why are you acting like this?
He stood abruptly, chair scraping the floor like a verdict, and walked out before his voice could crack. Later, the cold words on her screen cut deeper than any fight. I need space. Please respect that.
Either she'll realize what she's lost, or I'll finally learn to live without her.
A week later, Naoki found himself in the quiet corner of the literature club, seeking any distraction from Aoi's unanswered texts, reaching for the same book in the narrow aisle. His hand brushed against another. He froze.
Sorry, you must be new here. I am Misaki. I run the club's reading list.
Naoki, I just joined. I needed something different.
Different is good. Most people here only care about grades or gossip. You looked like you wanted to disappear.
She reads people too well. This could be dangerous. Or exactly what I need.
You are carrying something heavy. I am not going to ask what, but if you ever want to talk about books instead, I am around.
No pretense, no empty comfort. Just a quiet offer of space. Something Aoi had never given him.
I've been waiting 3 years for Aoi to see me. And in 10 minutes, a stranger already has.
The conversation flowed easily into literature. But Naoki left that day with a flicker of something he'd nearly forgotten. Curiosity. The literature club's unofficial meeting spot was a cozy coffee shop. Naoki and Misaki talked for hours, effortlessly.
You are not like most people. You don't pretend. I like that.
She says what she means. No games. This is oxygen after years of reading between lines.
Aoi's messages piled up. Can we talk? I miss you. Why are you ignoring me? From the campus lawn, Aoi spotted Naoki with a dark-haired girl. Their laughter stung like a betrayal.
He's ignoring me for her. He's just making a point. He'll come back.
Naoki read Aoi's latest messages, pleas wrapped in sweetness. He turned the phone face down, his chest tight.
With Misaki, I am not a backup. I am someone worth listening to.
Aoi typed furiously in the empty hallway. You can't just vanish. You owe me an explanation. The distance Naoki had created widened daily, and Aoi's confusion curdled into quiet resentment. The conversation drifted from books to the people they knew. Misaki's tone grew careful, like she was testing the waters.
You know Aoi, right? She's in my seminar. She talks about you.
She talks about me? What does she say? The same best friend, label she uses to keep me in line.
She calls you her rock. But the way she said it sounded possessive, like you are her property.
Naoki's chest tightened. He'd always sensed it, but hearing it aloud from someone else broke the last of his denial.
I've known Aoi since first year. She uses people to feel superior. I am just the one she couldn't outshine in class. You deserve someone who chooses you first, not keeps you on standby. You are not her backup.
Not her backup. That's all I've been. 3 years of waiting, and she never once considered me an option.
The words sat between them, heavy but freeing. For the first time, someone had pierced through and seen exactly what he was carrying.
Thank you. No one has ever been that honest with me. I needed to hear exactly that.
A few days later, on the rooftop, Aoi finally trapped Naoki in conversation. Her patience had snapped.
So, this is where you've been hiding, avoiding me for that literature club girl?
Her voice was sweet, but the accusation underneath had teeth.
You know she's only talking to you to get back at me. Misaki has always been jealous.
She can't see past her own rivalry. Misaki never even mentioned her that way. Misaki isn't using me. She's the first person in years who's been honest with me.
He's defending her? He never defended me like that. Not once.
This isn't about you, Aoi. For once, I need to do something for myself.
Aoi stepped back, as if struck, her face a mask of disbelief and wounded pride.
I can't keep protecting her feelings at the cost of mine. Not anymore.
In an empty classroom after school, Aoi leaned close to a classmate, her voice sweet but laced with venom.
It's honestly sad. Misaki only joined the literature club to get close to Naoki. She's always been so competitive.
Naoki pushed the door the rest of the way open, his shadow falling over them.
Say that again. Aoi.
Naoki, this isn't what it looks like. I am just looking out for you. Misaki, she's my rival, you know?
You are spreading rumors to tear someone down. That's not concern, Ao. It's cruelty.
I am protecting you. She's using you to get back at me for always beating her in grades.
She's never once mentioned grades, but you can't see past your own ego. 3 years of excuses. And this is who she really is.
The quiet that followed was heavier than any argument. The silence of a bond finally severed. That evening, Naoki found Misaki at their usual coffee shop, relief washing over him the moment he saw her.
You look like you've been through a war. Did something happen?
I cut ties with Aoi. For good this time. She wasn't who I thought she was. Being around you made me realize what I actually want. And it's not waiting on someone who never saw me.
Then what do you want, Naoki?
You. I want to be with someone who chose me first. That's you.
Misaki's answer was a quiet smile and fingers threading through his. They walked the autumn campus together, official and unafraid. Aoi saw the campus photos later that night. Her phone trembled in her hand as she zoomed in on their linked fingers.
Number. He can't be serious. He's just trying to hurt me. He'll come back.
But the weight in her chest told a different story, the cold realization that she'd been replaced. 2 days later, Aoi sat alone in an empty classroom, replaying her mistakes. The door opened, but it wasn't Naoki.
You've been spreading lies about me, but you already know I am not the villain in your story.
You think you've won? You are just his rebound. When he's tired of you, he'll come back to me.
He was never yours to lose, Aoi. You kept him on a leash for 3 years, but you never chose him.
That's not true. I love him. I just didn't realize I was scared.
Scared of what? Being alone. You never once risked choosing him because you thought he'd always wait.
Through the half-open door, Naoki stood frozen, every word landing like a brick. He hadn't planned to listen, but now he couldn't move.
You don't understand. He was always there, I thought. I thought I had more time.
More time. She never saw me. I was just a placeholder until she decided to look.
Maui caught a glimpse of his silhouette through the door's crack, and her face crumbled. He'd heard everything. Aoi burst through the classroom door, her hand catching Naoki's sleeve before he could walk away.
Naoki, please. I didn't mean any of that. I was just lashing out because I am terrified of losing you.
She's not sorry. She's scared of being alone. You meant every word, Aoi. I heard you. You said you thought you had more time.
But I love you. I've always loved you. I just didn't know how to say it without ruining us.
You only want me now because someone else has me. If I'd confessed 3 years ago, you'd have laughed.
That's not fair. How can you throw away 3 years of friendship like this?
You threw them away the moment you used me as a backup. I am done waiting.
He pulled his arm free, gently, and walked away, the echo of his footsteps filling the empty hallway. Aoi slumped against the lockers, her screams of frustration dissolving into sobs. But Naoki didn't look back. Under the stars on the Ferris wheel, Naoki felt the weight of the past finally lift, and a new future opening.
You look different tonight. Less like you are carrying the world.
I am ready to build a life, Misaki. With you. Not just dating, a lifetime.
Her confident smile didn't waver, but her eyes glistened with something deeper.
Then I'll say it plainly. If you ask, I'll say yes, but make sure you mean it.
I've never meant anything more.
The next day, a jewelry store assistant laid out a velvet tray. Naoki's heart beat steady for the first time in years.
She chose me when no one else did. This ring is my choice, for a future we're building together.
He picked a ring that matched her straightforward elegance. No frills, just a single honest diamond. The proposal would come soon. But tonight, looking at the city lights, he felt like a man who had finally chosen his own path. Later that week, under a midnight sky, Naoki led Misaki to the rooftop where he'd once walked away from Aoi.
Misaki, you saw me when no one else did. You chose me without a backup plan. Will you let me choose you, for life?
I told you, if you asked, I'd say yes. Yes, Naoki.
He slipped the ring onto her finger, the diamond winking like a captured star. They celebrated with quiet champagne at a corner cafe, already sketching a future together. In her apartment, Aoi couldn't shake a cold dread. Something had shifted, and she wasn't part of it. Misaki's story loaded. 2 champagne glasses. No caption, just a heart.
Number. It's just a date. He's making it look serious to get back at me.
But the knowledge settled like ice in her stomach. She'd kept Naoki for 3 years, and he'd escaped in mere weeks. A new photo strip from a booth captured Naoki and Misaki laughing. Faces close, nothing held back. The kind of joy Aoi never let him have. The invitation arrived in a cream-colored envelope, elegant and impersonal. It lay on Aoi's table like a verdict. The script inside read, together with their families, Naoki and Misaki joyfully announced their engagement. You are invited to celebrate with them.
Engagement. Not a joke, not a power play. He's really marrying her.
The room blurred as tears came. Not from grief, from the cold realization that she had finally lost.
I kept him for 3 years but never chose him. And now someone else has. This can't be the end. I'll go to that party. I'll remind him of every moment we had. He can't just throw us away.
Her reflection showed a woman clinging to a rope that had already burned.
Misaki is his rebound. She's convenient. I am the one who's been there since day one.
But the lie tasted bitter, even to her. Deep down, she knew the truth. She had never risked choosing him. Still, she would go to the celebration. Not to congratulate, to reclaim what she never had. An hour before the engagement party, Aoi found Naoki alone in the empty venue hall, adjusting his tie.
Naoki, I need to talk to you. Alone. Before all this.
She looks desperate. I owe her a last conversation. All right. But make it quick. Misaki will be here soon.
I know I've been terrible. I took you for granted. But we have 3 years of memories. Don't they mean something?
They meant everything. But meaning isn't enough, Aoi. You never chose me. I can't keep waiting for someone who won't.
I am choosing you now. I am begging. Isn't that enough?
He shook his head slowly, the final piece of his past settling into place.
It's too late. I've chosen someone who chose me first. I hope you find that someday.
Aoi crumpled into a nearby chair, the weight of 3 years of not choosing finally crushing her. The doors opened, and the engagement party bloomed to life. Naoki and Misaki stood hand in hand, welcoming friends and family. Aoi stepped through the entrance, a practiced smile fixed on her face, hiding the cracks beneath.
Nobody can see me bleed. This is just another social event.
She spotted them near the center of the room. Naoki laughing, Misaki's hand resting on his arm, with easy confidence.
He never laughed like that with me. I never gave him reason to.
Misaki moved through the crowd with the same poise she'd always had, only now she glowed with ownership rather than rivalry.
She acts like she's already his wife. That should be me.
But every time Aoi tried to move forward, her legs locked. The weight of her earlier begging still pinned her to the spot.
He already told me no. What am I even doing here?
She retreated to the shadow of a tall floral arrangement, observing the couple like a ghost at a feast. When the crowd briefly parted, Aoi seized her chance. She slipped through the guests and touched Naoki's elbow.
Naoki, please. Just 1 more minute. You owe me that much.
This is the last time. Let her say what she needs to.
We were always meant to be, from the coffee spill to now. You can't deny it.
She poured out a decade of moments. Birthday gifts, late-night talks, like evidence in a trial.
3 years. Aoi, that was your answer. Every day you chose someone else.
He's right. I kept him waiting while I chased others. I never once chose him.
The truth landed with the weight of a final judgment. No anger, just the cold arithmetic of wasted time.
But I am choosing you now. Isn't that what you wanted?
Now isn't enough. It's too late. Aoi, go find your own happiness.
Naoki didn't look back. He crossed the room toward Misaki, and Aoi's outstretched hand dropped to her side. Misaki turned as he approached, and without a word, she extended her hand. The music swelled, and they fell into an effortless slow dance.
They move like they've been doing this for years. Like they were always meant to fit. I kept him waiting. I never risked anything. She risked everything by choosing him first.
Misaki laughed at something he said. Her head tilted with the ease of someone who had no doubts.
I lost him not to her, but to my own cowardice. He was never mine because I never once chose him.
The party went on around her. Laughter and clinking glasses. But Aoi stood frozen, the truth settling like a stone in her chest.
He was right. 3 years was my answer.
Her legs finally carried her toward the exit, past the happy couple, past the life she could have had. And for the first time, she didn't blame him. She blamed the girl who never had the courage to love him back. Aoi reached the heavy wooden door of the venue and paused, her hand on the cool brass handle. She turned for one last look. Naoki and Misaki were surrounded by friends, laughing at something one of them said.
He's happy. He was never this happy with me.
No one noticed her leaving. She was already part of the past, a guest who had overstayed her welcome in a story that had moved on. The door clicked shut behind her, muffling the music. The The night air was cold, but it felt clean.
3 years. He waited for me for 3 years, and I never once chose him.
She started walking, not toward home, just away. Each step felt like peeling off a layer of denial. The city lights blurred through unshed tears. She had lost him, but for the first time, she understood why.
I never risked choosing him, so I never risked losing him. And now I've lost him completely.
The night stretched ahead, empty and honest. Behind her, the party continued, a world she had closed the door on. The street ahead blurred as memories surfaced, uninvited and relentless.
That morning, I asked him to write a pickup line for another guy. He just did it.
She could almost hear her own voice from years ago. You are my rock, Naoki.
I used him like a safety net, never once offering him my heart.
His back disappearing into the sunset. She should have known then.
I never risked choosing him, so I never risked losing him.
And now she had lost him completely. A tear splashed onto the phone screen, blurring the photo of them together. The weight of that truth settled into her bones, cold and permanent.
Even now, if he turned back, I'd make the same selfish choices. I am not what he needs.
She walked on, not to find him, but to find the person she might become without him. Days passed, in a fog of gray. Aoi's apartment became a museum of what she'd never have. On her phone, a photo surfaced. Naoki and Misaki at the engagement party, their smiles easy and unburdened.
They look right together. They chose each other. I was just a placeholder who refused to step aside.
She understood now, with brutal clarity. Keeping someone is not the same as choosing them. Her thumb hovered over his name in the contacts. 3 years reduced to a single delete button.
I need to do this. Not for him. For me. The only way forward is to stop holding on to a ghost.
A single tear traced her cheek, but she didn't wipe it away. It felt necessary, like a small, honest pain. She walked to the window and opened it, letting the cold night air rush in.
I'll live with this regret. It's the only honest thing left.
Outside, the moon was indifferent and bright. She watched it until the cold chased her back inside, but the silence stayed.